All right, so thank you for doing this with me. Do you want to introduce yourself a little bit? Nice. So, just a little background. Me and Kaylee work together at Grimway. We both started there since the school has been open, so this is our fourth year, right? Alrighty, let's get into it. All right, so question number one. How do you support and engage students through individual problem solving? Oh, yeah, I know that was one thing that I read in my article that we had to read for our class was that U.S. students are very ingrained on getting the right answer, getting everything right the first time. That they often struggle with struggling. So I think it's I think that that's big that you allow them to do that and that you make it okay. All right, number two, how do you incorporate learning the students' life experiences and interests? Yeah. So very personal, like you said, very individualized. Yeah. All right, moving along. Number three, can you give me an example of how you maintain high standards for individual or group behaviors? Nice. Right. I know, like for AMP, for us, your art and IMPE, our standards might be a little bit different than what like a normal classroom would be. I know that we allow our students to be like a little bit more free. I know, like in let's say like a humanities or STEM, they're obviously going to be a little bit more strict. So I think that you gave good examples of how it can be different from like class to class or grade to grade. All right, number four. What is one way you address the needs of English learners and students with special needs to provide equitable access to students? Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Number five. What type of available technology has helped you assess students' progress? Right. Yeah. Okay. Can you give me an example of how you've persevered when a professional assignment was a little bit challenging for you? Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Right. I think that's what makes us kind of cool too. Like being at Grimo is that we get to create our own curriculum. So like we're pretty much learning by doing. Like you said, whether an assignment is good or bad, you learn from that. Whether the kids like it or not, and then you can make those changes. So, yeah, I agree. Right. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Question 7. Can you describe positive work habits that you've acquired? This is for you personally or professionally. Yeah. 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 No, that's fine. All right, question 8. How do you care and demonstrate patience for your students, especially right now? Like you said, we're off campus, so things might be a little bit more difficult. How do you kind of manage that? Yeah, yeah. All right. Number 9. Do you believe learning about students' home, cultural practices, language use, incorporate? Oh, what happened? into the classroom for literacy instruction is important. I think you kind of discussed it a little bit, like understanding and caring and being respectful to their home life. So, what do you think about this? Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. I have 4 minutes left. We might have to do two videos if that's okay, or if you can kind of answer these like briefly. The free thing ends at 15 minutes, so we're at 11. Just you're good. All right, 10. Can you describe one or two metacognitive strategies that you incorporate into your classroom? Right. Right. Nice. All right, 11. What are district or state standards that you ensure to add to your lessons? Like, pretty much which, like, one or two do you think are most important that you incorporate, like, for one lesson or, like, throughout the whole year? No, no, no. Just like, yeah, yeah. Right. Right. Nice. Okay. Number 12. Some researchers suggest that teachers incorporate more ways to check for understanding rather than memorization. Not sure if this applies to you. Like you said, this might be a little bit different, but what ways do you assess students for like true understanding of like a skill or things like that? Oh, okay. Right. Right. All right. 13. What are two examples that you use to test students in regards to formative assessment and summative assessment? I'm not sure if this applies to you, but do you have any ideas? Right. Yeah. Yeah, you're good. Yeah. All right. We got two more. What are important norms or values that you incorporate into your classroom? Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna skip that last question because, like I said, we only have a couple of seconds left. I just want to say thank you. You did awesome. You killed it. I appreciate it so much. All right.